Okay, before we start this review, can we just all bow our heads and give a moment of silence for Nicolle Jr.? She was the real MVP of this whole season. I liked her more than the real Nicolle by light years. She gave personality. She did what none of us women who have real life breath in our body wanted to do, which is sleep with Deonte. So she took all of that pounding just to be set in the ocean and set on fire. Deonte, you ain't have to do all that. She was my favorite. Welcome to Leah D TV, where we're kiki over reality TV. If you love TV and want to joke and laugh about all the drama you see, hit that subscribe button, baby, and get comfy because we're about to get into it. So in this review, I will be reviewing just a little bit different. So when it's an ensemble cast, like the shows that I do review, I'm going to go over key points that happen with each couple that I want to talk about. So instead of going through the entire episode scene by scene, I'm just going to talk about, for example, Anissa and Jeff, what happened with them, Deonte and Nicole, and so on and so on. If you like this way better, go ahead and let me know in the comments. If you like me going through scene from scene, go ahead and let me know that in the comments as well. So let's get started. So we start off, we see Nicolle waking up in the hotel room with Tia, of course. They left off where they was smashing, well, assumingly smashing. But of course, Nicolle says, nothing happened. We just cuddled all night. Okay, yeah, sure. Who do you think we are? Deonte? Anyway, Deonte and Nicolle are supposed to meet up. And when Nicolle went out there, it was light. But by the time Deonte showed up, it was dark. I was like, okay, Deonte, you gonna make her wait? Okay, this is the first time I ever seen you do something a little risque. Besides when you threw them teddy bears and Nikes all over the streets of Virginia. So, yeah, this is the second time. So, Nicolle, like the smart jailhouse Barbie that she is, posted Tia on her social media knowing that Deonte follows her social media. So Deonte is like, well, did she post this because she knows I follow her on social media? Yeah, Deonte, I don't really think she cares. Why would she? She do whatever she want to do. And you take her back like a dodo head. So Nicolle wakes up before she gets there. She wake up in the bed with Tia and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sick, aka pregnant. Did y'all notice that they didn't show the pregnancy test scene that they had showed in the previews? Oh, okay. Yeah. She's sick waking up. Anyway, Deonte and Nicolle are sitting down outside. She's like, oh my God, it's cold. That's why you sat by the fire. Deonte is looking like, I don't give a damn. I seen you with Tia, and the night before that with Zach. You just starting it up, huh? You all know Deonte ain't say that, but I'm just adding a little bit of flavor to it. He's like, so did you have sex with either Tia or Zach? Asking stupid questions that we all know the answer to. And she's like, well, I had to get closure, aka, yeah, one of them she did. Probably both, but she ain't gonna say it. So eventually Tia walks up, right? And she's like, hi, I'm Tia, woo, woo, woo. So Tia gonna sit down there and lie. Child, I didn't appreciate how she lied to Deonte's face. That is ridiculous. Can somebody be real with this man? Somebody, anybody. Let him know. Y'all ain't gonna have no good luck. All right, now karma is real. Okay, y'all playing with people's emotions. Y'all gonna see. So anyway, Tia sits down and I'm like, okay, so Tia gonna let him know the real. No, I was mistaken. She's like, oh, so I never kissed her and it's not like that. I don't want her. Just all this cappery. And then Tia gonna say, you're pretty handsome. Your pictures didn't do you justice. And Nicolle is smirking. And this is what I lived for. Deonte was like, yeah. you're a handsome gentleman yourself. I was like, yes, Deonte, catch the shade and throw it right back. Because she was trying to play you. You know you ugly. We all do. So she was trying to be funny. But you caught that, threw it right back. Because guess what? You got something she'll never have. Period. Tia and Nicolle walk off. And Nicole's like, well, can I speak to you? And Deonte sat there. I would have got up and left so damn fast. I'm not about to sit out here and wait. So Tia's like, well, you got to make a choice. You got to let him know that you choose me, basically, and let that be it. So y'all giving Nicolle, little dusty Nicolle, choices. That's ridiculous. Y'all got her thinking that she is something to want. Really, Deonte more than Tia, because Tia didn't even claim her in front of Deonte. But it's not giving what it should give, because hell no. Nicolle comes back to Deonte and she's like, oh, you know what? I want to have an open relationship. Deonte's like, well, I'm not interested in sharing. Yeah, sure you're not. He's like, I'm 33 years old and I ain't got time for these games. So you want a 23-year-old who just got out of jail to be ready to settle down? Good luck. So Nicolle, she says she's not ready to settle down. She wants to thought and plot a little bit more. And so she lets Deonte go off and walk off in his jean jacket. And Tia comes back with her drink. And now Nicolle is lying to Tia, talking about, well, you see I chose you, he got up and left, didn't he? No, you didn't choose her. You wanted them both because you're greedy. Remember? Eat your cake and have it too. How the hell the saying go. But yeah, she ain't really choose neither one of them. Nicolle is a piece of work, and I'm glad I ain't got to see her for a little bit, at least till next week, because, child, I will be reviewing Life After Lockup, which I thought this was it. Never. So then how their relationship ends with Deonte meeting with his friend. Y'all know the one who is trying to talk some sense into Deonte. They meet up at like a lake or something. And Deonte goes on to say that he spent 30 G's on Nicolle. So stupid. That's probably what he makes yearly. And that he looks like a fool. Well, yeah, you've been looking like a fool for the last, 8 weeks? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So he pulls out a little baby coffin. And in my heart of hearts, I knew, y'all, that it was little Nicolle Jr. in there, but I didn't want to believe it. I was like, I just know that ain't Nicolle Jr. Maybe it's some Nikes, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's that teddy bear. But no, he put Nicolle Jr. in the coffin, put her in the water, and lit her on fire. Baby, what did she do? She didn't do nothing to you, Deonte. If anything, she pleased you when the real Nicolle couldn't. Nicolle Jr. was necessary this season. She gave me what I needed. She was naked all season. But hey, what do y'all want? What do y'all want from her? She can't do everything. She can't satisfy Deonte and be fully clothed. It just can't happen. Then we get a shot of Nicolle. She in the hotel room with Tia eating a McNugget, talking about Deonte will be back. He'll be back. Like, what delusion does she live in? But you know what? She deals with people like Deonte. So that's why she thinks she's so much. But baby, I'm here to tell you, the bleach blonde hair, the dark eyebrows, the mediocreness of you is not giving what it's supposed to have gave. You use people and then think that, it's fine because I'm Nicolle. No, it's not fine. And your karma will come back. I don't know if you and Tia are still together, but baby, if you are, please know that she's probably going to cheat on you too. And yeah, moving on, because child, we got to. Let's talk about Anissa and Jeff, right? So, y'all, Jeff was acting like a crazy maniac the entire episode. So Anissa goes off to go to work because, she the only one that go to work. And Jeff's trying to use the laptop. He's like, yeah, I love this laptop. This is the best technology that I've ever had since I've been out of prison. So he's trying to put in the password, and baby, the password is not working. Because guess what? Anissa changed the password. He's like, this password isn't working. Well, what for? And he slams the laptop closed. And he's like, she's hiding something. Well, God dog, she's hiding something. So he goes crazy. He goes to looking in drawers and pulling out refrigerators and flipping over beds. And he's like, I'm going to find it. Baby, what are you looking for? Just because he hides everything, now he thinks Anissa hides everything. And that's not the case. But anyway, he's like, this dresser, there's something in this dresser. And I know, because every time I come over here by this dresser, Anissa tells me to move. So he goes in the drawer and finds a little black phone. Baby, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a little black book at first, but it was a phone. And baby, what was on that phone? Pictures of Anissa in a diaper. I ain't playing, y'all, but she had on lingerie. The lingerie looked like it was a diaper. Y'all remember that episode of Housewives when it was like Nene had the party and all the couples was there for their pajama. It was like an adult pajama party, and Kenya came late, and Nene was like, Kenya, you late with your diaper on. Baby, it was the funniest thing. I'll never forget that scene ever in my life. Kenya had on a diaper, and baby, Anissa had on that same diaper tonight in them pictures. So it shows that she been sending these pictures to Billy, Bob, Jean, and Cal. Baby, when Jeff read Cal's name, he was through. His eyes got buckets. I don't know what. He was like, I knew something was going on with them. He was mad as a mug. You hear me? Whole time we thinking Jeff is the PIMP. Baby, it's Anissa. She's the real PIMP. So she's talking to her friend about how she knows about all his 18-year-old child and woo. She comes back to the house and she's sitting on the couch and Jeff's like, what's wrong, Anissa? What's wrong? And Anissa's like, I'm just looking at my book. And she's like, you know what? Cal and his girlfriend are coming over. Just like, what's wrong with you? And Lisa's like, well, why you didn't tell me you had an 18-year-old child? Just like, who told you that? Who the hell told you that? Anissa's like, well, Cal. He's like, that mother. I told him not to tell you anything. Now, Jeff, why would he keep a secret for you, of all people? He secretly probably is smashing Anissa. I think they either had something going on or they have something going on. That girlfriend Cal got is a front, baby, because he loves Anissa. You could tell it in his eyes. So Cal and his girlfriend are pulling up as Jeff is going crazy in the house. Just like, come on, mother. Come on in the house. I don't care what he got. I don't care if he got a knife, a gun, a stick. I'm whooping it. So he going crazy. Anissa's in the house like, they're going to have to handle this themselves. Anissa, you done started this mess. What, you want your men to fight for you and the best man wins? Baby, no. That's what she was giving. Like, whoever wins, get me. Come outside because you done started this mess. Now you got the security fighting. Baby, no. I wouldn't guard Jeff's big old self for nothing in the world. So Jeff is talking all this mess outside the car. Cal's sitting in the car like, yo, he knows. Jeff is outside. Come on. Talking mad. And Cal had enough. He was like, well, come on then. He hopped out the car. I was like, okay, Cal. Cal is not no ussy. You hear me? He is not that. He's the opposite. He's like, well, what'd he do? Now, he did get knocked down after about 5 pumps of whatever Jeff did, because it looked like they was playing patty cake. Whatever Jeff did, it knocked Cal down on his feet. But Jeff was like, yeah, come on. So Cal's like, well, what are you waiting on? Christmas? Come on. Child, it was a hot hillbilly mess. Anissa was like, Anissa's in the house talking about, I'm just gonna let the man fight. Anissa. You didn't started this. So Jeff is like, I was gonna tell her about the baby in 5 minutes. If you gave me 5 minutes, I was gonna tell her. Baby, 5 minutes then passed, Jeff. That was 5 days ago. What are you talking about? You weren't going to tell that lady about no baby. And I thought the child was 18. Oh, now it's a baby? Child, I don't believe nothing he say. They do their little fake plummet fight, fake little patty cake fight. And Cal goes on home with his girlfriend, child. Well, he's safe because he done got knocked down. He don't need to get knocked down no more. Jeff comes back in the house and he's like, I was going to tell you about the baby. But I hadn't talked to the girl since I've been out. You're lying because you talked to her at the halfway house. Stop the cap. And our relationship was so strained. Jeff. No, it wasn't. So he go in there and tell a bold-faced lie to Anissa per usual. And at least Anissa tells him, like, look, when I took them pictures with my diaper on, we was on break, so you can't hold that against me. You had left me hanging, remember? Yeah, Anissa said, I'm not about to, he caught me, but I was pimping all the jailbirds. It wasn't just Jeff. The end is that Jeff is back in jail, and Anissa's waiting for him to get out so they can have their wedding. Moving along, let's talk about Doug and Rachel, baby. This broke my heart a little bit. So we see Rachel. She starts off. She's like, somebody texted me that Doug was at their crib with another girl. He's been cheating on me this whole time. He knew this girl before he knew me. He's been playing me, using me for my money. And she threw his ring out in the front yard, but then had to go back and get it because, baby, she could pawn that and get a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? I would have went back and got it as well. She also said that Doug punched her kitchen cabinet in and said that, I love you so much that I punched the cabinet instead of your face. Rachel, that's the type of toxicity that no one should be around. You should have seen the red flags in prison because he would say little things that were kind of aggressive. But for him to say that was crazy. And now he's damaging property. That's your house. Let him go. And it sounds like Rachel is done with him. And I'm so happy to hear it. Rachel says that Doug left. He took all his stuff. Little Dougie left as well, unfortunately. He took his game, but Rachel's fine with that because she considers him her son. Rachel says, I'm an idiot. I'm 35 years old and I let him manipulate me. No, you're really not, Rachel. You're a good person. And for you to take his child in, you will be blessed. Don't even worry about him. He's toxic. He's very much a manipulator. He's going to get what he deserves. So don't even worry about that, Rachel. I felt so bad for Rachel this episode. So Rachel's mom comes over to kind of console her, make her daughter feel a little bit better about what just happened. Rachel says that she would adopt little Dougie if possible. She still loves little Dougie and she would want him in her home. She's moving forward with the divorce from Doug. I even forgot they were married. That's crazy because he didn't even give off like he's a husband. Anyway, I'm glad they're not together no more. Now, I want Rachel to get little Dougie because he was stable with her. But Doug can go on about his business, okay? Ending that, Doug has violated his parole again. And guess where he is? Back in the pen. And Rachel is moving forward with the divorce, but now she has little Dougie in her home. So happy to hear that. Love that for her. I hope she keeps little Dougie. And Doug, child, go ahead on with yourself. Now let's talk about Lisa and Stan. Stan the man. Stan is in the kitchen and he's going over how much he makes, because he's about to get the car for Lisa. So he's telling her, I make this much. I got a trust fund. I got some checks upstairs. I got some money in the backyard if you want to try and dig it up. You're on my will. I took my kids off. It's like, Stan, why are you telling her how much you make and where your checkbook at? She is an ex-con. And I like Lisa, but you're doing a lot. It's like you want her to take advantage of you. Stan's friend shows up and he's wondering why Stan is being such a dummy. Like, why are you buying her this car? Why are you still even with her? Whole time his friend doesn't know that Stan likes that freaky, kinky, backdoor stuff. And that's why he's with her, because she do the things that other people feel is strange. You know what I'm saying? She not scared to do something strange for a little piece of change, and he likes that. And now it's all making sense of to why they're together. Lisa goes on to say, yeah, I know how much Stan make. He make about $200,973, and that's how much he has. I thought Stan was a millionaire. I thought he was a million. 200 G's, that's how much he got? Okay. So then we see Lisa talking to somebody in the backyard while Stan is gone about to get her car. And she's like, I miss you. I love you. To some woman on the phone. So I'm guessing that's her side piece. That's what she was talking about at the car dealership when Stan was cackling like a fool whole time. Lisa on the phone with somebody else. Anyway, Lisa's brother comes over with, I think, her aunt. And Rick, that's the brother. Of course, his name is Rick, right? He's there to basically just gather Stan. Pretty much just gather him up by that toupee and let him know what ain't gonna go down with his sister. Rick says that Stan is basically a piece of boo-boo. He don't like him at all because Lisa has told him what's been going on since she been out the pen. So Rick and Stan go upstairs, have a little chat. And Stan, he's getting scared. His gray hair is turning white because he is just so scary that Rick is basically telling him, look, I don't want my sister calling me, telling me what you done did. You done threw her stuff on the front porch, or I'll be up here on your front porch, period. So Stan's like, I never do anything to her. I mean, not to hurt her. Stan, you done already did stuff. You go crazy at the drop of a hat. So Rick is like, I'm always watching. Just know that. Rick also says that he pretty much knows when his sister is serious about a guy and when she's trying to basically get over. And he feels like this is a case where she's trying to get over. And Rick, I agree with you. Thank you for your 2 cents. Lisa says that she still wants to play the fill. But, she'll hang out with Stan for a little bit till she get a car, house, whatever else she can get. They end the episode saying that Stan wants to propose to Lisa, and Lisa is still cheating with whoever she was talking to on the phone. Now let's talk about Brittany and Ray. Ray is nervous because he's getting ready to meet Brittany's dad and her half-sister. So the dad don't even know that he's about to meet Ray. He pulls up and Brittany's like, so you want to meet Ray? He's in the house. He's in the house. Still didn't tell him that she living with this man. And the dad, he's like, okay, yeah, I'll meet him. They come in, they sit down, chat a little bit. And Brittany's dad was like, I'm very protective of my daughter because she just got out of a abusive relationship. And, it was with the guy out of the pen as well. So Brittany drops a bombshell and says, they've moved in together. Why is she dropping all these? She just needs to pull the Band-Aid off. Stop easing the Band-Aid up. That hurt more. Just yank that thing up. You should have told him outside he live here. Oh. So then her dad is like, well, you could have told us first so we could have voiced our opinion. But my thing is, what difference would your opinion make? She's a grown woman. She gonna do what she want to do anyway. I would think. I mean, she is. She just ain't telling y'all. I think they baby Brittany a little bit too much because she gonna do what she want to do regardless. Ray is like, I don't want no one to judge me. I feel like he judging me. But Ray, I'm talking to you now. You need to understand that people are gonna judge you. You seem like a nice guy. I like you. all that great stuff, good stuff. But you do not come from a squeaky clean past, so people are going to judge you. You need to just get used to that and know that it comes with your past. Unfortunately, things you did in your past will have people looking at you like, well, is he decent? Even though you come from a decent family, you seem decent so far. You got to prove people wrong. So later in the episode, Brittany and Ray, they go out on a date. And, of course, Brittany has to pay because baby Ray ain't got no money yet. And Ray just got his ankle bracelet off, so they're hyped. They go to sit down, and Ray is like, well, let's have a baby first and then get married. Brittany was like, that's not going to go down. Marriage first, baby after. That's good, Brittany. That's good. But Brittany's also like, I'm not going to wait around all day, so you need to figure out what you're going to do because I ain't got it all day, basically. And I have faith in Ray. I think he will get a job and probably stay with Brittany. He seems to like Brittany. So they end the season by saying that Ray got a job and he's ready to propose almost. And Brittany's just waiting. So it's good to know that Ray got a job. I had faith in him. I still do. And Brittany, you might have a decent one. We will see, child. And life after Lockup. Now, our last couple is Josh and Courtney. Her segment was sweet. Josh set up a surprise for Courtney because remember last episode she was saying, you don't do anything for me and all you do is play the game and I gave up my career for you. Just nag. So Josh set up this scavenger hunt for her. And she put on this blue dress that he told her to put on. And he had a picnic outside for her. And Courtney started to tear up. There was pictures on the string. It was really cute. I was like, okay, Josh, you got a little bit of romance. I appreciate it. And so did Courtney. Josh also bought a new ring because y'all remember he flushed the old one down the toilet when he was in the pen and he had got mad at Courtney. He should have bought a new one because nobody told you to do that, period. Anyway, he's about to parole to his cousin's house because he can't parole to Courtney's house. And Courtney's so confused. She's like, I don't understand why he can't come to my house. Maybe because y'all both on parole? Like, what do you mean? You know why, Courtney. Don't act slow, please. I don't really think that he and her will ever really live together long term because it's too much for that. It's just too much. So Josh ended the segment with him proposing to her again. And they end their season by saying that Josh got sent back because he violated parole. Once he left Courtney's house, he got in some type of trouble and went back to the pen. And Courtney's still waiting. Married but living alone. Child. It's the sad, sad reality of it all. But that's how we're going to end this review. If you enjoyed the review and the style of the review with me just mentioning the couples and what happened during the episode with each couple, then go ahead and comment. If you like this version better, if you like me going through the episode completely, let me know that in the comments as well. If you liked this review, go ahead and give me a like. And if you're not subscribed yet, boo, what you waiting on? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Until then, I will see you on my next review. Ta-ta.